guys, it's Amanda here and welcome to this week's blog. This week we are talking about connection and growth. So in order to grow, which we are doing continuously, it's out of our control. We are always growing structurally, biochemically, emotionally and spiritually as well in our lives personally. And also we're going to connect that to business today and how in business we must always grow. So connection is so pivotal to growth. Structurally, we're made up of bones, which is our physical foundation, fascia, blood, tendons, ligaments. So there's so much structure and multiple moving parts about even just that aspect of our body. And then biochemically, we have all of our hormones and the biochemistry that we fire. And that is dependent on the connection between our receptors and our cells, and such a magical orchestrated environment that we are still learning to understand. Emotionally, we are so connected. The mind and the body, we now are further understanding its connection to even the gut microbes. And how we think and feel every day is a connection to how we interpret our environment, therefore how we process stress, and how we will play, whether we play big in our lives and how much we push ourselves forward to grow. And spiritually as well, I'm a huge believer that, we have our mind, we have our body, but we also have our soul. And it is growing constantly. And sometimes we pick a path that is more that is related to our old fears and habits. And when we pick that path instead of growth and connection, we can feel stagnant and our soul no longer expands and grows. And I'm also a huge believer that our body is not only designed to survive and it's so intelligent, it's also designed to stop us in our tracks when we're not growing and we're not on path. And so what do you do to get back in touch and to connect with your body so that you are listening? Because there are so many signs, maybe in physical symptoms, a sore neck, a sore back, a headache, pain in the body. I see this all the time in my practice. If you can stay in line and connect to yourself mentally, physically and spiritually, you are on a path of growth. And a growth mindset is what leads to happiness and health. And in business, we have teams, and you can see them as molecular structures that we have in our body. How are your teams individually connected to each other so that we can have this amazing dynamic growth? So this week's blog explores great tips and tools on how connection is pivotal to growth. So I really hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next week.